Mom. Diddy's team, Brian Still also. Brian Still, hold on, let me get into my notes. Because Brian Still was on one. Please believe to God. Woo! Byron Blackbird said, bye. Justice for Jesus' ears. What's wrong with my ears? Justice for Jesus' ears. Okay. So anyway, also Layla Gabin said, I'm a substance use counselor. Drugs turn people into monsters. I agree with her 100%. Drugs do turn people into monsters, but let me tell you something. Oh, Cody Code 39 said, thank you for covering Tisa. Boo, Diddy should have gotten more time. I disagree with that lady. The victims did not receive justice. He will get out and do it again. Sickening. That's my fear. Well, here's the thing. He has 5 years probation, guys, right? 4 years, 2 months. Diddy's people thought that they were like, listen, Erica said, bless you, your energy and your hair, girl. Listen. So let's talk about some of the more ridiculous things. After Judge Aaron delivered the verdict, he turned to Diddy and he said, I know you sit here sitting in despair, right? But these women endured more than you're feeling right now. They said there is a light at the end. He told them there's a light at the end of this tunnel. And then he said, I know a lot of people wrote you character references, but he said, let them lift you up now. Like you lifted them up. And I literally was like, he said, let them lift you up down. He said, let them lift you up down. Yeah, like they lifted you up. They said Diddy gave a big sigh because that's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to go home. And he said he read a bunch of excerpts from the loving statement. And he says things they talk about happen. The things the victim talk about happen all over the country, right? And he said, then he said to Diddy, you have voices. No, we have voices, but you have a megaphone. And I said, he has a megaphone, but that's why he needs to be so careful in what he says. And then he says, listen, you said you lost your way, but there is a true path to redemption, and that path is sitting your ass in jail, Diddy. That is the path for redemption. A music recording network, thank you, Mama, said Diddy will get more time. We need to remember this is a chess game. We just need to wait. Love you, Tisa. Tell it all. Okay, so this is my point, music network, and everybody needs to realize this. First of all, everybody take a victory lap for everybody that said that Diddy wasn't getting time. For everybody said that domestic violence wasn't really violence. For everybody said, oh, well, those girls wanted it. Take a victory lap right now, because at the end of the day, it was all BS. And this, I'll tell you what, a lot of the men that said, I don't believe Cassie, I don't believe Jane, I don't believe her, they literally wanted to storm out the court. There were a lot of disappointing things. And again, remember with the Diddyites that were going crazy, I never care if you boo. We never care if you boo us because we've seen what you clap for, and you clap for depravity. And that depravity is sitting in jail right now. He is going to have to go to even a worse jail. He's probably going to end up doing 3 years, 8 months, or 36 months, okay? Now, here's the thing, right? He said a thank you to Cassie and them. He said to the strong women who came in and said the narrative of modern day love story. Nothing was great. Nothing was modern. Nothing was loving. Let me tell you something. I appreciated Judge Aaron. I think he feels like he did the best he did. I think for the hell did he put people through? Because here's the thing you got to remember when you get in trouble with the cops. They're only showing you what they can prove. They're not showing everything. They're only showing you what you can prove, okay? And when what they could show, what they could prove, you have to know it happened 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. Driscoll, one of Diddy's attorneys, made an argument that, you know, it was $1.4 million. And they said, well, if you add up how much he paid the freak offs, which were $5,000 a pop, that's about 94 freak offs. And he did 124. So he's actually batting at 1.7 million. Did he spend 104 million to see those busted? Can we also say Diddy's escort roster was washed? I assume if you're paying for sex, you're looking for a genetic anomaly, someone that looks like they came down from heaven. Every guy that he paid, I said, oh my God, that was our first term that it was, that was my first thing that there was trauma in his life, because I was like, there's no way you're paying $5,000 for that face. I don't care. I don't care. And they were like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's only what's in the pants. And I'm like, well, how are you even going to get there? Because what are you doing?
He spent way more than that.
Yes.
Think about it. On his 50th birthday, he spent $1 million just on the pre-party before the freakums.
Yeah.
Diddy spent millions on parties.
Yeah, he spends millions on parties.
Trust me, they played that part down.
Yeah, they were being mean. So
I know he paid more
they
for
said, he said, we heard you, and these are horrible acts. Right. Again, it's more than people thought that it would actually, the Diddy people wanted, but I still do think for everything Jane and Cassie, and the women that didn't have the balls to come forward, right? For the women that dropped out, for the Ginas, for the this, for that, I do think that it should have been more to send a message. But apparently, maybe he was right, because this message has the Didiots quiet. They are sitting there. They had nothing to say, right? He said there was nothing great, modern, or loving about this. We heard you. We heard these horrible acts. I know your families are proud of you. I am proud of you. He goes, good night. He said the pre-sentencing report, right? He told Diddy, you can go into the outpatient programs, get help for your mental and substance abuse. You weren't speaking to the jury. She told the girls, you weren't speaking to the jury, the victims. You spoke for all victims behind violence, behind closed doors. Most don't speak up. But what you taught us is strength out of a mountain of despair. Hope comes out of it. He said that shows that when out of a mountain of despair, the gem of hope comes out. I was just like, all right, he was in his poet bag. I was like, all right, cool. Valentine TV, thank you for the super chat. So that's what happened. Now, some of the more ridiculous things, it's oddly enough funny that what played out for the jury and what the jury seemed to eat up and love, when they tried that on Judge Aaron, it fell flat. Let me just say this, right? When Nicole Westmoreland started breaking down, it was weird. And when I say she was breaking down, she was ugly, crying, nostrils flaring, just to say, because Diddy said 2 words to her. It seemed fake to me, okay? I said, this seems fake, right? But, you know, whatever. You're trying to keep this man out of jail. Then, the girls came up, the boys came up, his kids came up, and they were crying. That was genuine emotion. It broke my heart. I really felt bad, and I had to keep remembering what Cassie said happened to her. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Isabel Velez, the Velez team, LA Real Estate, said women and all victor survivors must speak up. File a police report right away if anything like this ever happens to you. First of all, if you guys will ever want real estate in the LA area, make sure you go to the Velez team, VELEZ. But second of all, let's be real. You bring up an interesting point. Diddy's team has taught us 2 things. 1, stop being nice to these people. Next time somebody lays your hand on, make a group chat with his mama, his cousin, his pastor, his preacher. By the way, Diddy bought a pastor to speak on his behalf, and that's why I don't go to church. Because when I tell you what this pastor said, you are going to roll your eyes. Brian Steele, in his argument, actually might have gotten Diddy more time. But my whole point is, you bring up a good point, Isabel, right? The next time, right? The next time that anything happens, put a group chat, make some evidence, take a picture of all your bruises, drop that mess in the group chat so his mama sees what he did to you. Make a chain of events so you will never be in the situation that Cassie had. See, here's the difference between what happened between Cassie and Jane. Cassie and Jane took pity on Diddy. Cassie and Jane still loved that mofo, and they hoped he could be better. But the jury has spoken that if you ever want to maybe look out for your future self, present day you, text pictures, go make a police report. Even if you don't pursue it, make some trail so when you are strong enough to walk away and speak up for yourself, you will have the courage. HB5, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, that girl Henny said, thank you for your hard work. That's true. And HP, thank you for thanking me for my work too. And also, Kim South said, 5 years probation means nothing. It's 4 years. 5 years probation means nothing. You're right. When you have henchmen, once he's out, just watch. I hope I'm wrong, but unfortunately, heads are going to roll as ordered. I hope you're wrong too. I hope you're wrong too. I don't think Diddy's sincere. I don't think he repented. I think it's all for show. There's the one that Judge Aaron, I feel missed because he's a man. And he's sympathetic and he did his best. But Diddy was able to sweet talk people back into his harem after he literally stomped their face out, bashed their head in, ripped their hair out. Diddy was able to sweet talk them back into his harem. Diddy was able to make them have smecks with like oogly boogly escorts without protection. Infections, illnesses, literally being forced to do it so much you actually throw up and you doing your, and he was able to sweet talk his way back into that. Do you really think that this mofo standing in front of you, this mofo telling you how he feels, do you honestly really believe he's being sincere? This is what he does. He is a jinn. He is a sweet talker. There's a reason why he kept those girls in purgatory, right?